Okay, so this video is going to show you how to kind of create a cool layering effect, kind of like a collage or interactive kind of scrolling layering thing. I don't really know what to call it because it doesn't really have a proper name, but this is an easy way to do it without like CSS or code or anything, but it lets you kind of make your site do some cool, unique stuff. So let's just kind of dive in and I'll explain as we go. So basically what I've done is I've set up an index page here, and then I have one page underneath. And I've already added an image to my media, kind of as like my banner image. And so you'll see that this particular image kind of already has some text layered over it. The image doesn't, this particular image of me doesn't go all the way full width. It's kind of meant to sit in the middle like that. And I'll show you why, because as we start layering it, it's going to allow us to do some fun stuff. So this being said, you know, I made this in a design program, but you can totally do it in Canva or whatever you want to do. And you don't have to put text on it. I'm just kind of showing you the options. So you could just do this with images and layer those on top of one another, whatever you want to do. But just for now, just so you can kind of see where we started and what we're working with, this is what we have. So this is our banner image for the layers page, the main layers section. And then I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to edit it. So see, it says the page is empty. There's nothing in there now. So I'm just going to come in and edit it. And now you'll see that because there's nothing in here, it's kind of short. It doesn't have any content on top of it or within it. So I think I'm going to add a spacer, and I may just pull it down even just for now, just so I can kind of see what I'm working with. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop in another image because I want this to kind of have like a cool layered effect, right? So let's say I'm going to do this coconut image because that just feels right. So I'm going to upload this image here. And then I think I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller. And then you can kind of adjust where you want it to go with the spacers. So once it loads, you'll see that what's happening now is as I scroll, my background image stays in the same place and my coconut image kind of scrolls along with it, which is kind of fun. So maybe I want this to be even smaller so that you can see my head or something. I don't know, whatever. Or maybe I want to pull it down so that, you know, this, so just a quick tip too, sometimes Squarespace gets tired. So see how it's cutting off half my image. If I was just to go ahead and save this, we'll be able to see what it actually looks like. So now it looks a little funky. It's probably a little bit too small, right? But so maybe I can make this image a little bit bigger and it will kind of scroll along with it. So let's go ahead and do that now. And let's see. So I'm maybe going to make this bigger. I might add another spacer here, oops, here, just so that I can kind of drop this down a little bit. I think I'm actually, yeah, something like that. And you can play. Now this image maybe is a little bit, it ends up not being wide enough. You can see it's kind of getting cropped off like that. So you can kind of play with it and see what you want to do and you know, just whatever you need to do. But now we kind of have, you get the idea. So now you kind of have this cool scroll effect thing going on. And then underneath it, you could write all your text here, all your text, right? So it could be whatever you want it to be. And you could do some, like a button or whatever. So you can kind of add whatever you want, just like you would on any other page. So maybe I want my button to be over here, aligned, oops, where did my spacer go? Aligned, you know, underneath my text, right? I'm doing this kind of fast. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what you can do. So again, let's save it. Let's just see how that looks. All right. So I think it's kind of crazy, but you can see that, you know, we're getting this like weird sort of layered effect. And I think with this particular, what I would probably want to do is have this particular background image be a little bit taller. So I think I'm actually going to just pause this real quick and make it and just show you the difference. So hold please. All right, with the magic of recording, we're back. So this is the image that we have in the background. So I'm going to remove it and I'm going to replace it with an image that's the same, but it's a little bit taller. So see how we have a lot more space above and below. So let's just test this out and see what this does. And again, this is kind of a test and change thing. I'm just kind of giving you an idea design-wise, but you can totally play around with this and move the images in the background and make all kinds of things. So it just depends on kind of your goal and what you want to do. But let's see what this looks like now. So we'll click save, and then we'll test it out. So this looks much more normal, right? So this is kind of more of what I was going for. Now, let's say, I mean, maybe this particular organization of what I did doesn't totally work because it's kind of covering my text, but maybe I want it to, I don't know. But you can kind of see that I have some cool layering effect, and it's kind of rolling with the parallax image in the background. So you can do all sorts of fun stuff. You could add more images below and make it like a much longer image, where maybe you have a bunch of white space and then there's another image down here and you have even more text and all kinds of crazy stuff. Hopefully that gives you some kind of design ideas that you can do on your own site and just kind of get creative and play with it.